Hello, this is the Kampa Dometic Wittering 6 Air from 2020. We've had now and we're going to do and show you the internal details of this tent. So I've just taken out the double action pump, which just makes it a bit easier for me, but all the Kampa Dometic tents come with their own manual pump. This is just the downdraft model, so a little bit easier to pump your tent with. I've just pegged out the main four corners of it with the quick pitch system on the Kampa Dometic tents. I have all my caps ready to pump up, and I have my doors open. Just with any air tent, when you're inflating it, tends to create a vacuum effect if you don't open the doors prior to pumping it. That's right. Now all the Kampa's tents have an 8 psi pressure tubes on their air tents. The valves on the air tents will tell you when you're at the green level where you are, so you can't overinflate it. I'll push it up now in a second when I have the next two pumped. And the last one. That's a bit. Yeah. So that's the tent inflated just initially. Sometimes I don't get them all up to the same pressure on the first pump. I may have to go in and refresh them just to be checked, because when they're bent over, there is a section of the tube that isn't inflating that will affect the PSI pressure reading on your pump. So you might be thinking you're at 8, but you might only be at 7 or 6.5. So sometimes I go back over and just freshen it up before I peg it if I'm on a campsite. But I'm going to go in and show you the features now. So this is the Kampa Dometic Wittering 6 Air from 2020. Just pitched down, just pegged out the rest of the door area and put the carpet in. It does come complete with the carpet and the footprint in the package all the time. Now I've just misplayed the footprint for the front, or just not put it down, so you'll see the size of the living space area to the front. This tent is 220 centimetres tall, so versus me, I'm about 5'6". You get an idea that there's plenty of headroom above me. It's 7 metres long and it's 3.8 metres in full width across the back. It's separated into 3 compartments. You have your front porch living space area, which is generally used for the likes of the cooker stands, ice boxes, your buckets and shovels. All the dirty, messy stuff comes out of the porch area because the ground sheet is removable from this point. And the internal living space area, which is a fully sealed in ground sheet, then be your tables and chairs and living quarters, and then your bedrooms to the back, which also have an additional ground sheet then in the bedroom liner, which is your second lining for the tent to give you extra protection from any condensation or dampness that might be in the tent during the winter seasons when you're pitching. I'm going to bring you inside so show you some of the features of the tent, the ventilation, the doors and bedrooms and such. Just because we have them pitched on this one, this was our floor demonstration model. The Wittering 6 comes with buckles on the front, just like this when you get the tent. So 2 in the front and 2 in the back, but they don't come with the straps as standard. These are your storm straps and they come at a pack of 2 with pegs. I would advise purchasing these at some stage because in windy weather, there's nothing better than having a storm strap to the front and back, because I have these tents and I've used them and they're really, really a good advantage to have. So they are pitched on this display model, but they're not with them as standard. So again, 2 packs will be required, 2 for the front and 2 to the back. There is your standard webbing straps along the Wittering. So a lot of Kampa tents now have webbing straps on the sides, but the Wittering 4 and 6 pole and air models still have guy lines. They're the reflectable guy lines. They peg out and they're pre-attached all the way along both sides. Still it's a quick pitch system, so you have your blue webbing straps on the main 4 corners of your tent, so knowing where you peg out from straight away. The door opens up in 3 different points here at the front as shown. So I've only opened up one section, but on a gorgeous day you would open that maybe to the second section, if not all the way, utilising that whole outside space, allowing a lot more airflow into your tent, because the nylon tents do tend to get quite warm on campsites, so ventilation or airflow is definitely a key. We'll bring you inside and show the features now. So just show you some inside parts of the Wittering 6 for 2020. So the air model still has the same features as the rest of their air range in relation to the tube. So they still have the Velcro beams, so allowing you to put on the lighting system that Kampa have designed for the tents will still fit the Wittering model. This is a 68 denier polyester material tent, where some of their other models will go up to 150. The door at the front just is a standard D door. It doesn't have any ventilation points behind it, neither does the porch door. But it does have it on your side door. So there's a ventilation point on this and then a main door, so you have airflow through this point. You have a small air pocket just over the front door, but being such a wide and long tent, and when that door fully opens, you'll get a lot of airflow coming through it. Only from the internal space, only from here, this door inwards is completely curtainable. The outside space will not be, so it wouldn't be suitable to anyone to sleep out there or have as a changing area. It'd be more just utilities and kitchen appliances. So inside the bedrooms, or inside the main living space area, the curtains toggle up. So they have different hanging points. So you have just over halfway, just under halfway, 3/4 of the way, and then up fully. So once at night time, it'll completely privacy to allow yourself to get changed or just sit inside to have a few drinks at night time. So every curtain will close off. The bedrooms then are divided into 3 different compartments, which a lot of people like. It gives you the option to have 3 different spaces if you wish to, but all dividers can be removed between the bedrooms. They're just hang dividers. Again, they just toggle in, so hopefully you might see my hand come through here. So these dividers completely removed to allow you to make one very large bedroom space if you wish to. Some of the more expensive models by Kampa Dometic will have zipped compartments to zip off the bedrooms if you prefer. So this is 380 across in total. There's mesh panels on your front doors, and then there's the black lining on the fabric, so it'll be darker at night time or coming into the early morning, so giving you that little bit of a lie-in. This is the new design carpet by Kampa Dometic. It's that kind of light grey with the design by Dometic, their normal logo design. And that comes as standard with the porch couch and your entire footprint, which fits underneath your tent. So that's the Wittering 6 there, I hope you like.